Mm. The best husband is the one who asks you if you want Starbucks on his way home, especially in the afternoon when you just need that little bit of a kick. Hi friends! Today's video is going to be a little bit different than my usual tutorials, but I think you're going to love it. Recently, I returned from an amazing family trip to Germany, and while I was there, of course, I had to do some shopping. So in today's video, I am sharing my makeup and skincare haul from Germany, featuring some hidden gems that I've never seen before here in the States, and some favorites of mine that I only thought I could get in the UK that I found in Germany. Very exciting. And FYI, I didn't go shopping in any of the major cities. This was all stuff that I found while exploring the German countryside. I will also be demoing some of the stuff on myself for the first time so you can see them in action and you will hear my thoughts, both good and some bad. So let's get to it. Now, from the States, it was me and my husband and then my mom and my stepdad who live in Pennsylvania. We met them at the Frankfurt airport and then we flew from Frankfurt to Nuremberg because the first place we stayed, a place called Dochlau, which is near the city of Ulf. That is located in Bavaria. Bavaria is a state of Germany, very much how California is a state of the United States. Bavaria is some of the most beautiful countryside I have ever seen. Green rolling hills, just absolutely stunning. So I had asked if I could go do some makeup shopping because for me, when I'm in another country, that's all I want to do. I just want to, I want to see the sights, I want to eat lots of food, but I also want to see what that country has to offer as far as makeup and skincare because what I love is what I do. So we went to the town center and we went to a place called Douglas. I think it might be their version of a very small beauty boutique or maybe even a very tiny Ulta because you walk in, smells like a perfumery, there's fragrances everywhere, there's men's fragrances on the left side, women's on the right, and then you have the cosmetics kind of in the middle and in the back. They have all these mainstream brands like Sisley and Clarins and Dior. My mission was to find some things that I can't get here in the States. And one of the first things I found was this. This is the Ritual of Namaste. This is an SPF 50. This is a moisturizer and an SPF in one. Very excited about it. I think I swatched it in the store. I'm not quite sure because I'll be honest, she's got a really strong fragrance. I put this on the next day because I was so excited to wear it, and as soon as I put it on, I was like, whoa, that's floral. And it lingered pretty much the whole day. So I don't know if I'm going to use this again, and I'm a little sad about it. The moisturizer itself is really nice. It's emollient and hydrating, but ooh, that fragrance is aggressive. And I'm super sensitive to fragrance, so I don't know. Ritual of Namaste. You had me until you didn't. That was the thing. I put it on and I thought, you know what, maybe the smell will dissipate. And I kept smelling flowers the whole day. And it kind of gave me a headache. And that's when I knew that this was going to be a no for me. Not meaning to start this video off in a negative way, but let's keep going. Another skincare brand that was really cute had this little kiosk in Douglas and they had face moisturizers and SPFs. That's probably where I should have gotten my SPF from. Hand creams and all these different little things. And the brand is called 1 2 Free. And then I picked up two of them, one for me and actually one for my mom. And when I went to check out, she looked at me and she goes, "You get one more because you get 1 2 free." I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, so I picked up a third one, a third hand cream. So I have two of these now. This is what I want in a hand cream. It's lightweight, it soaks into the skin, and it has a very soft fragrance. Very, very soft. And one that dissipates. It just goes away, but it leaves your hands really nice and hydrated, and it doesn't leave your hands feeling greasy either. It soaks in. It's really nice. And it's big enough to where it will last you quite a long time, and it's small enough to fit in your purse. Another sip of Starbucks. Moving along on the skincare train, we have these ampules from Babor. I think ampules are really cool. They don't really sell them a lot in the States. I know we have them. I know some brands actually manufacture them and make them, but I think it's really cool to have this kind of a delivery system. And as you can see, it's 3 of the ampules. The Hydra Plus is moisture and plumping. The Nutri Restore is nourishing and strengthening. And then the Perfect Glow is flawless skin and extra glow. So I think you can use them together. A lot of this is in German and I had to use my Google Translate app on like with the camera to actually see what some of the words were because I don't speak very much German. I don't want to pull the English speaking people in my family aside and be like, what does that say? What does that say? What does that say? What does that say? Nobody wants to be that person and nobody wants to deal with that person. Let's be honest. I just thought these were cool. I've heard of Babor before. I've never used any of their products. It seems like they're a pretty high-end skincare brand, so I'm actually really interested to maybe try a few more of their things. So I thought this was a good way to just sort of introduce myself to the brand. And if I like this, maybe purchasing some more things. Now we're on to my favorite purchases that I made at Douglas. Now I don't know if you know, but all the best pencils that you've used are probably made in Germany. I actually picked up a bunch of pencils. I have lip, eye, and eyeshadow sticks right here. These are all from the brand called Art Deco Smooth Eyeliner, and they're all made in Karlsfeld, Germany. Also, these were pretty inexpensive. I think this was 8 euros, and then the eyeshadow stick was 9 euros. That's really reasonable, considering also there are some brands out there that charge much more, even in American dollars. So I have these pencils here. The first one I'm going to talk about is the eyeshadow stick. This is in the number 68. I swatched this and I just thought it was so pretty. It's just this beautiful kind of taupey neutral color that looks good on pretty much everybody. I'm just gonna take it all over. I actually purchased quite a bit of eye makeup on this trip, which I don't really wear a lot of eye makeup. The funny thing is that with this eyeshadow stick and this eyeliner, this is pretty much the German combination of my tutorial that I did last week, which I will link above. I guess I'm just drawn to neutral colors. Like that's what I always want to wear and that's what I just kind of always purchase. I don't know, but everybody can wear neutrals. So I knew that if I loved these, I'd probably put them into my kit and use them in my kit. So I'm just going to take a little underneath. And this is just so silky. It's so easy to apply. I also love that they're actually pencils and you can sharpen them. It's a wooden pencil. I will go on the record saying that this is pretty much my favorite way of having a pencil is the wooden kind. The old-fashioned kind, it's just, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I should have bought more. Now I'm regretting that I didn't buy more shades. While we're on the subject of eyeliners, let's go ahead and swatch these next ones. We've got 81, which is this really pretty, just brown. It has a little bit of iridescence to it, a little bit of dimension. Let me swatch the actual brown next to it so you can see the difference. So the one here, it's a little bit warmer. It's like more of like a cocoa. And then the one here is a little bit more cool toned. Let's just go ahead and use that really quick. Take that in the waterline. These pencils are really nice. They give off really good pigment too. And then I also wanted to swatch for you this beautiful blue. Look at that. This one I'm probably going to keep for myself because I love wearing blue with my brown eyes. One of my favorite color combinations. Blue looks good with brown eyes, looks good with blue eyes and green eyes, but with brown eyes, it helps your eyes really pop. And then I purchased one lip liner. This is number 45. It's just a beautiful kind of dusty rose. I'm going to use this later when I finish my face. The thing I love about this haul is that it's definitely more drugstore pharmacy as opposed to like high-end or luxury. And I'm always curious to see what everyday people are purchasing, even in different countries. So that is the Douglas haul. We spent a few more days in Bavaria, and after that we headed to an area called the Rhineland-Palatinate, which is about 4 hours west of Bavaria. That's where my cousin Jenny lives, and we spent the rest of the vacation in that area. In the Palatinate in particular, there are just miles and miles of grapevines and vineyards, which I definitely took advantage of because you better believe I drank some of the most beautiful dry Rieslings I've ever had in my life. And the salt and pepper pretzels, you just gotta come here and you gotta try one. Try a salt and pepper pretzel, and then also get a pretzel mit Butter, with butter, because they slice it in half and then they put butter in the middle. Sometimes you can get the butter with chive in it too, or garlic. I'm telling you. So suffice it to say, I ate and drank my weight and then some on this trip. So I also did some shopping while I was in the Palatinate. I went to a place called Rossmore, which is basically like their Walgreens, CVS, Duane Reade, pharmacy, whatever. I actually picked up some of my favorite things that I got from this trip. First being, I'm actually already wearing it. This is the Weleda 48-Hour Hydration Gel Cream. This is for like more normal to dry skin. You can probably get this in the States. I've just never seen it. This is the first time I've seen this moisturizer along with all the other moisturizers that they offer. I know it's available online online. You can order it online. I think you can order it on Amazon, but I've never seen it in an actual storefront. They had an array of all these different moisturizers for sensitive skin, for oily skin, for normal to dry, and then for dry. And I almost picked up the dry, but then I thought, you know what? Summer's coming. Let me get the normal moisturizer so I can use this through the summer and see how I like it. I have it on right now. I really, really love it. No surprise. Just to give you an idea, the thing I love about this too is that this was sealed and you had to use the cap to break the seal. I just thought that was really cool. So just gonna show you. It's easy. It smells very herbaceous, but it's not aggressive. I have it on right now and it's already dissipated. As we've discussed, I'm very sensitive to fragrances. It's just nice and hydrating. I could probably add a little bit more onto what I already have on my face. 10 out of 10 for this one. Love, love, love it. This is going into the rotation of moisturizers for me. I also have a little bit of sunscreen on right now that I didn't purchase from Germany. It's one of the sunscreens that I have in rotation, so just letting you all know about that. Now I want to talk about two products that I saw that I got so excited about because they're not sold in the States. And you all know, as soon as I show you this, why I got excited about it. It's the Got to Be Brow Gel. So I have it in my brows right now. And it's this little spoolie. You can see got a little like curved edge over here and then a straight edge here. Brush it through the brows. I like it. It does not compare to my NYX brow glue. I don't think anything compares to that, honestly. It's just the NYX brow glue, it gets those really stubborn hairs. And when you brush it in a certain way, they stay and it dries very quickly. This kind of takes forever to dry, but I will say, these brows are not moving, honey. And I tried this in Germany and my brows stayed all day long and they did not come off until I washed them off at the end of the day. I'm really glad I got to try this. I literally squealed in the store when I saw it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. It's like an urban legend because they only sell the gel in the stores here in America. They don't sell this. Very excited. I'm so glad I found it. Yes, I do like it. I don't love it. I really wanted to love it. It just takes too long to dry and I'm impatient. I can't help it. Speaking of Got to Be, I found another Got to Be product that I have never seen in the States. Also in a tube. This is Bye Bye Baby Hairs. And me having curly hair, I always have a little halo of hair around my head because I just have fuzzy curly hair. I saw this and I thought, this is genius. I can just comb down all these little hairs. When I put my hair in a ponytail when I was on vacation, I used this all around the perimeter of my face and it worked like a charm. I actually have a little cowlick right here that always pops up. This took care of it. And it gets right in there and it places the hair down on your head. I'm gonna have to order this online when I run out of it because this is pretty great. I'd say 8 out of 10 for both of them. I was so excited to find both of these. Now, before we get to my absolute favorite product, I'm gonna tell you about one more thing that I bought. Of course, because I am who I am, it's an SPF. It's from Biore, but the thing that sold me about this, it's an aerosol, so you can apply it before or after your makeup. It's an SPF of 50, and the thing about this that I love is that you can reapply throughout the day. Is it the same as putting on your sunscreen at the very beginning of the day? No, but it's better than doing nothing and just walking around with that one layer of sunscreen that you put on in the morning and it's 3 p.m. Also, because it's a spray, you can use it on all skin tones, and it does not leave a white cast. Way to go, Biore. Love this. 9 out of 10. Now with the magic of video making, you'll see that I have my base on and my brows done because I was going through this video and realized I hadn't put any of that on, and I wanted to do that before I do this next step, which, like I said, are my favorite products that I bought from Rossmann from the drugstore in Germany. And they are the Max Factor mascaras. I've only ever been able to get these in the UK at Boots in the airport. I bought all these mascaras and I will tell you why. So the first two I bought are the False Lash Effect. I love this mascara. The last time I was in the UK, I actually bought the Divine Lashes and the False Lash Effect. I love both of these formulas and I literally ran through both tubes until there was nothing left. So I made sure to pick up a Divine Lashes in black for myself and then the False Lash Effect for myself. This is in black as well. There's no mascara like Max Factor. They just make the best ones. I also bought this waterproof one for my kit. So I have a waterproof option in my kit in case I need it. And another reason why Max Factor takes the cake when it comes to mascaras is because of this mascara, which is the False Lash Effect Supreme. So as you can see, it's just a mascara. It's a black mascara, but you can buy refills. And then you just take this part out, replace it, and you can keep this component so there's less waste and you still have the same formula that you love from this mascara. That's genius. Can we please figure this out in the United States? Because that was what sold me immediately on this mascara. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna buy this, and I'm gonna buy the refill, and I'm gonna buy the false lash effect, and I'm gonna buy the waterproof, and I'm gonna buy the Divine Lashes because I love this formula too. It's only a problem if you admit that it's a problem, right? So let's curl my lashes and we'll put on some of this mascara that I love so much. So black. And I don't know if I've ever said this on this channel before. Y'all might think this is controversial, but I tend to love mascara when it's at least a few weeks old. It's not as wet. My lashes do better with a drier formula because it sticks to them. I don't have very thick lashes naturally. If the formula is wet, I won't get there. Also, because I have deep set eyes, I start with the lower lashes, because if I start with the upper, when I go to the lower, my top lashes are gonna touch my brow bone and transfer. Let's do my lips. I'm gonna just take the lip liner. This is from Maybelline. This is their liquid lipstick. This is the Superstay Vinyl Ink in the shade Cheeky. And then something else that I purchased from the Palatinate is this t-shirt right here. This is Falskind, which basically means child of the Palatinate. They have an entire line of t-shirts, hoodies, hats, aprons, anything that you want. And my aunt and my cousin were wearing these hoodies and I said, oh my gosh, I love this. Where did you get this from? And they said, there's an actual store you can go to and buy. And I thought this would be the perfect souvenir to bring home. So I have this shirt right here. And also because this is where my family is from, it's where my mother was born, I thought it would be really nice to get this shirt. And I also got a hoodie that has basically the heart, and then this is for grapes. And then this is something called Duba Glass, which is a glass. I'll put a picture of it right here. It's a glass that has little ridges in it. And it is glass that originated from the Palatinate, where I'm from, where my family's from. This is definitely more of a sentimental kind of souvenir, but I love it and I knew I had to get it. And that is everything that I picked up during my trip through the German countryside. I hope you enjoyed this. It was really fun to share a different kind of video with you all today. Please let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these products or if there's something that you swear by that I should pick up next time, because I know that I have just scratched the surface of everything that's available. Like I said, I didn't even go shopping in any of the big cities. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe for more content from me. I have some really good stuff coming up for summer that you don't want to miss. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week with a brand new video.